Hey, Craven here. Um, Today I want to discuss the myth that our money is worthless because there's nothing backing our money. We are off the gold standard, there's no more silver certificates, so therefore our money is worthless. There are many libertarians that are advocating for gold backed money, a return to the gold standard, or a basket of commodities backing our currency. But why gold and silver? Well, because gold and silver have intrinsic value. What does that mean? Um, Money can be anything. It's just a system to replace barter. Barter just has too many logistical problems. You want to trade, they have to have what you want, and you have to have what they want. It doesn't work. It's too difficult. The truth of the situation is our money is backed. I'm sure many of you are aware that all of our money is debt. The only way, oh, um, if you're not aware that all our money is debt, just ask any economist, and with a few questions, you'll be able to pin them down. The only way money comes into circulation is someone, some group, some corporation, some government goes to a commercial bank and borrows the money. That's how money is created. First, the money is borrowed, it's created out of thin air, and then it gets spent, and that's the order and how it enters circulation. Anytime you borrow money, buy a house or a car or finance your education, you have to present some collateral. To get a mortgage, the house is the collateral. Don't pay your mortgage, they'll take your house. Do you want to get a car? You get a car loan. The car is the collateral. Don't make your payments, they'll take your car. Your labor is the collateral for your student loans, or your cosigner is in some cases. Don't make your payments, they will garnish your wages. They will restrict your market. They'll restrict your occupation. That's how it works. That's how money gets into circulation. So, what you're seeing in the background, and I've gone over this before, this little video that they always show you when they talk about money, has absolutely nothing to do with the creation of money. Now, you can go to the congressional record when the Federal Reserve Act was being discussed. And there were, back in 1913, and there were several congressmen that questioned, well, what is going to back our money if we implement this system? And it was explained to them. All the assets of all the Americans, all the labor of all the Americans will back our currency. And that's how it works. All right, here's a little formula. P is less than P plus I. Now, P is our total money supply. That's all the money there is. P plus I is how much money we owe. When someone goes and borrows money, the principal of the loan is created, but not the interest needed to pay back the loan. So, does anybody see a problem with this? That the money we owe will always be less, will always be more, than all the money we have? If everybody would pay off their debts, we wouldn't have any money. But we'd still owe the interest on the money that was borrowed. So, where do we get the interest that we need Now, just in passing, and I'll probably get some feedback on this, but what if interest rates were negative? Can you see how this problem of the money supply and the money owed would no longer be a problem? And we're starting to see this. If you have a bank account that's paying 0.2% interest on your savings, but the bank charges you $3 or $5 for a written statement, that's negative interest rates. Will we see negative interest rates when you borrow money? I don't know, but something similar to that. Keep your eye on that. We have seen negative interest rates. They have negative interest rate bonds in Europe right now, so keep an eye on that. This will be an effort to try to get this formula to work out, so it's not so devastating as it's going to be, because the student loans, or if they come up with a different system to get us to all borrow money, remember, when your loan is repaid, that loan principal is extinguished. It no longer exists. We still owe the interest that's never been created, but that principal is gone. It's no longer there. So we have to continuously generate new borrowers, so those of us on top of that pyramid can make our payments. Anyway, please press the like button, please subscribe to the channel, and thanks for coming. Leave me a message if you want to talk about the velocity of money, which I didn't cover, which people also say is an answer to my mathematical equation. I'll be discussing that on another time. Thanks for coming.